Former Louisiana Governor Kathleen Blanco said there's no escape from the incurable cancer that has spread throughout her body. Blanco, 75, was honored Wednesday by the Council for a Better Louisiana and gave what felt like a farewell speech while talking about her battle against ocular melanoma. "The cancer has metastasized and spread throughout my body," the Lafayette resident said at the event in Baton Rouge. There is no cure. While Blanco is remaining upbeat during this difficult time, she has come to terms with what's ahead for her health. The devout Catholic says she has made peace with the illness and sounded as if she is no longer focusing on a medical fight against it. "There is no escape. The monster is not far down the road," she added. However, she asked the audience to pray for her and shared that she'd be doing the same for them. The state's first elected woman governor served from 2004 to 2008 and was diagnosed with the disease years later in 2011. However, it appeared to have gotten worse during a checkup in 2017. The one-term governor said her husband of 54 years, Raymond, known as Coach to their friends, has been her biggest support. "We've had a lot of fun together," she said about their long marriage. Blanco was presented with the Robert B. Ham Award for Distinguished Service at L'Auberge Casino and Hotel. Tyrone Picard handed over the accolade, and the Picard Group boss told the audience that Blanco was like family to him. The legislative lobbying firm's founder and president explained it was because she was willing to give him both praise and a spanking when needed, the New Star. Com reported. Share this article. Share Blanco had worked with his late father Cecil Picard, who used to be an influential Louisiana superintendent of education. She was being honored this week for her work in improving education in Louisiana and maintains that it's the best way to raise people out of the poverty. Blanco said, "Education is the mortal enemy of poverty. The state is often ranked low in health, income, and quality of life surveys, but she is confident current Governor John Bel Edwards, a fellow Democrat, will help turn that around by securing teacher pay raises in 2019. Edwards called her incredibly strong and faithful after hearing about her kind words. "Donna and I are blessed to count her among our close and dear friends," Edwards said in a statement. Governor Blanco loves the state of Louisiana and has served its people well for decades. "Donna and I are asking all Louisianans to join their prayers to ours for Governor Blanco, Coach, and the entire family, so that in this very difficult and trying time they will experience peace and comfort that surpasses all human understanding." Pickford and Edwards were not the only ones eager to praise Blanco. During her appearance at the annual CABL event, Blanco received 2 standing ovations from the audience. Blanco's term as governor covered the devastating Hurricane Katrina that she said she wouldn't have chosen to be the state's top executive during. She believed God had his own plan for her when she was in the position during the 2005 storm, which was then followed by Hurricane Rita. Blanco chose not to run for re-election after the disasters due to negative feedback regarding her response to the storms. Although focused on her health, she has continued to show how much she cares for the state after first entering the House of Representatives in 1983. She was elected to the Louisiana Public Service Commission in 1988 and then became the lieutenant governor in 1995. What is ocular melanoma? Ocular melanoma, is a cancer of the eye that approximately 2,500 Americans are diagnosed with annually. Although it can occur in people of all races, it is most common in those with light pigmented skin and blue eyes. The median age of diagnosis is 55. It develops slowly from pigmented cells of the choroid in the iris or ciliary body and is often referred to as a silent killer. These areas make up the uveal, and the disease is sometimes referred to as uveal melanoma. Usually 10-15 years after diagnosis, in half the cases, the malignant tumor can spread through the body via metastasis, resulting in the death of the diagnosed person. It is especially when it reaches the liver, but in some patients the process can be delayed by 20-25 years. It is the most common type of eye cancer, is the second most common kind of melanoma. Unlike cutaneous melanoma of the skin, AUM is not believed to be related to sun exposure.